have. The most common type of cyber threat we have out there is like we have like a mother body for all of them. We have the phishing, we have the malware, we have the social engineering, and then we have data breach. So I kind of group them into these. So under malware, we have a lot of things. We have the virus, the worm, the ransomware, the Trojan horse. These are all terms in cybersecurity you can take your time to go and make research about. So malware is like a mother. It's like a mother bringing all of them together. So let's say, for instance, viruses, worm, ransomware, Trojan horse are just her children that she has given birth to. So malware is like, just like what I've said, a mother body for different malicious software designed to infiltrate your device and disrupt their operation. So we have viruses. We all know what viruses does. They take charge of the host, and they start doing some kind of funny things in the background. The most common one, we have ransomware. From the name, just like when somebody is being kidnapped, you will hear that they are demanding for ransom. So when a cyber attacker hold you at ransom, they would ask you for certain money or certain information before they would be able to release your system back to you. Then we have Trojan. People, when they had Trojan, they would think you're talking about a Greek mythology. But Trojan is when somebody is pretending to be something they are not. I'm sure other speakers tomorrow are going to dwell much on that. So Trojan, let's say in a lay Hausa man term, is the monafiki. And some monafiki yeshugowuri, he will pretend to be something he is not. He will pretend to be a nice person. He will be laughing with you, doing all sorts of things with you until you divulge sensitive information to them, and then they will use that information against you. So that's the perfect scenario of what a Trojan horse can do to you. And then we have worms. We have a lot. There are a lot of malwares that are not mentioned where we have keylogger, we have spyware. There's a lot of things that I didn't mention here actually, since it's just an awareness section. Then we have phishing. Phishing usually occur through email. Actually, phishing attack involve like a deceptive email. Let's say, for instance, let's use Awa as a case scenario. She is the founder of HTN. Then suddenly Vanessa is working for HTN. She received an email from Hawa, allegedly somebody impersonating Hawa, asking Vanessa to send her maybe $1,000 that she's stranded in the airport or something. Then Vanessa, without thinking twice, would think, definitely my boss is stranded, and then she sent that money. That's a phishing attack because she got that message through email. Then if you get an email, maybe through voice call, we call it phishing attack. And if you get it through SMS, we call it smishing attack. So there's a name for all these terms. So just like what I've explained, they mimic a legit entity to trick you into relieving sensitive information or login credential or even financial details. Like the end goal of all these things are just to steal something from you or take away something valuable from you. Then the most common one is social engineering. Social engineering is when somebody is using you against you. It's you against you now. So a social engineering attack rely on the psychological manipulation to gain access into your system or information. So the most common social engineering tricks, the 7 emotions. We have greed, we have sense of urgency, we have anger. There are a lot more. There are a lot of, in fact, if we say we should keep talking about social engineering, we're not going to finish social engineering today. So let me give you a case scenario of how social engineering come to play. Imagine this. Somebody call you that they are from your bank. Hello, Vanessa. I'm calling you from your bank. I'm your bank manager. I need you to send in your BVN and your NRN in the next 24 hours. If you don't send it, I'm going to block your account. How many emotions have come to play? First of all, Vanessa will start panicking. Vanessa will start running helter-skelter. If Vanessa didn't think twice and said, why will a bank officer call me to send an information that was given to me by them? You see how these things work? Whenever we go to the bank to open a bank account, they usually generate a BVN for us. So how will the bank that... Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
All right. So how will a bank that generated a BVN for you ask you on the phone again to send that same BVN? So had it been Vanessa didn't think twice, she would definitely send those information to that person. And before you know what is happening, one way or the other, that person will just swipe away all the money that is in Vanessa's account. So do you see how these things work? So I didn't been Vanessa think twice and said, why will a bank ask me this kind of information? So they are actually using sense of urgency and fear. They've already installed this fear, this sense of fear and urgency in Vanessa, and she'll start panicking. She'll start having panic attack. So this is how they work. This is what social engineering is in general. They just use your emotion against you. Sense of urgency, fear, greed. The most common one is greed, which a lot of Nigerians, a lot of us here have fallen victim of. When you see somebody, we just send something on WhatsApp group, Tinubu is sharing 30,000 naira, and you, with your greedy mind that you want free things, you just click on that link, and you click on that link all in the name of, the most common thing in Nigerian man will tell you is national cake. I want to take my share of the national cake. So I'm not eating something that is not good. So whenever you click on that link, there is something we call credential harvesting. These people will just harvest your credential, and they will just be waiting for a day to attack and launch something malicious on you, and we don't want that. Then number 4 is data breach. Data breach is occur when an unauthorized individual gain access to sensitive information. And how most data breach happen, there's what we call insider threats. Maybe it happened through you as an employer of a company. Instead of you to use the company's property for what you are assigned for, what your job role asks you to do, that's when you will go to people around, take things on the flash, or visit sites you're not supposed to visit, here thereby exposing your organization to data breach. These are things that we saw what just happened with GT banks, that they were sending phishing emails and illegitimate SMS to people the last few weeks, I mean last few days ago. We saw what happened. Maybe this is something that happened from a staff that just neglected what is supposed to do, what they are supposed to do. So these are how these things work. So protecting your digital footprint, number one of the way you can be mindful is be mindful of what you share. Just like what I tell people, that your online presence is as important as your physical presence. People think that there's one thing is internet never forgets. Whatever is it you do on the internet is going to remind you. And that thing might haunt you for the rest of your life in the future, or in few years to come. In few years to come, those things might come back and backfire of you. So limit the amount of personal information you share online, especially on social media. Avoid sharing sensitive data like your home address, your financial details, or your travel plan. If you are not an influencer or a lifestyle blogger, I don't see the reason why you should be telling us you are traveling or you're on the plane. I don't see the reason why you should be divulging all those information. You are not an influencer, so you need to be mindful of what you put online. Sorry, can you all hear me? It seems my internet is fluctuating.
Yes, ma, I can hear you.
All right, thank you. So number 2 is use privacy setting. There's a lot of privacy setting on our device, on our laptops, our phone, our tablets, anything you're using to connect to the internet. There are a lot of privacy setting that even if you don't know how to do it, reach out to experts. That's where you have somewhere like HTN. Reach out to them, let them configure all these things for you. And be mindful of the site you visit. Be mindful of the links you click online, all in the name of you want to get something that is not yours. Be very, very mindful. And those of us that love public Wi-Fi, immediately you just get to a place and you hear, there is Wi-Fi, I wouldn't know. The next thing that will come to your head, you will connect to the Wi-Fi. Let me tell you one funny thing about public Wi-Fi that you people don't know is that whenever you're connected to a public Wi-Fi, and let's say, for instance, you're on your banking app, you're on your mobile app or something, believe you me, everything you're doing, the people in the IT room are actually seeing everything on your phone. You just think you're connected, but it's just like you thinking you wear a clothes, and people are already seeing your nakedness out there. So you see how these things work. Avoid accessing sensitive information or performing financial transaction on a public Wi-Fi network. These networks are often unsecure, making them very vulnerable to dropping and data theft. And we don't want that to happen. Let me attack, since this is the most legit form of attack that has been going on for a while now. Number one is, if you don't know who is sending you an email and you're not expecting an email, why should you do what that email is saying? Look at your mouse, look at the email address. If let's say, for instance, I receive an email now claiming to be from United Nations. First off, I'm not working with United Nations. I don't have any business to do with United Nations. I would go and check that email. One of the things I would do, I would check the email, and then I would go to the official website of United Nations and check their email. Is he corroborating with the email I just got? If it's not, that means that's a phishing email. So I just need to automatically delete it. Number two, you can look out for red flag. There will definitely be red flag, typographical error, name it. Everything, that sentence might not be what it's supposed to look like. Check out for this red flag. Be cautious of email with urgent requests. That's why, this red flag means, where my mouse is hovering over, is they will use your sense of urgency. You see, be cautious of email with urgent requests, threat, or claim of price. All these things fall under social engineering. These are common tactics used by phishers to create a sense of urgency and pressure. Imagine me receiving an email claiming to be, yet again, maybe let me say from my school or from my bank, and they are telling me to do something in the next 24 hours. Are you whining me? Why will I do that? Why are you threatening me? Why are you pressurizing me? This is me. I'm the one that's supposed to be in haste to do this thing, not you. And again, just like what I've said, don't click on suspicious link. If you're unsure about the legitimacy of a link, no need to click on it. Instead, visit the official website directly or contact them through a known phone number or an email address. Let me use the example I used earlier on. If really Tinubu is going to share money to us, they don't need to start sharing WhatsApp link up and down. Let me tell you one thing is, government already have your detail. As far as you are in Nigeria, you have your NIN. Government have your detail. For you to know government have your details, you just try to commit an offense now, and you will see that government even know your house. Government know everything about you. So if they need to send you your money, they don't need to publicize it they don't even need to publicize it on social media groups. You will just see the money because they have the content of the bank. They know the people that really need this money. If they want to do it, they will do it here and there. So I am rounding up is safeguarding your online account. One of the most important things people neglect is using strong password. Even though this is just like your first step to securing yourself, we have a lot of things to put in place. I know a lot of us here in this group, we use one password for almost all our social media handle. You would see some people, they are using one password for their different mobile app or financial app that they have, which is very wrong. Why you would see security professional telling you not to use one password for everything is because, should in case you fall a victim of hackers, if you use one password, those people don't need to disturb themselves. They already have access to everything about you. Let's say, for instance, I'm using one password for my Facebook. I'm using the same password for my Twitter. I'm using the same password for my LinkedIn. Let's say I was hacked through Facebook or my Twitter. Automatically, that hacker already have access to my Facebook. He already have access to my LinkedIn because I'm using the same password, which is very, very wrong. That's why we have password manager. It's like a vault. It's like a bank. It will even generate the password for you. All you just need to generate the password and use it for a specific purpose. And that's just it. Create unique password and strong password for your online account. You can use combination of letters, uppercase, lowercase, number, special characters, and all that. There's something we call brute force attack. It's a type of password attack. There's something we call bad day attack. There is something we call, there's a lot of password attacks out there actually. Let me not bore you with attacks and there. And the next one is two-factor authentication. All of us almost know that one. Two-factor two-factor authentication, those are your biometrics, let's say like fingerprint, you, any other thing personal to you, and then monitor your account. Regularly review your account. Google, I love Google for one. Whenever they notice a suspicious login, they will definitely alert you, either by email or an SMS or whatever means you put when you are registering. If you notice any suspicious transaction, let's say you are just sitting down, somebody just send you an OTP and you never requested for an OTP of any sort, please and please just delete that OTP. If anybody should call you that, please send that OTP to me. If you should send it, that's where you see that they just hacked somebody WhatsApp or their Facebook. You are not doing anything to make you request an OTP. Why then? And immediately you're done using an OTP, you should delete it. No need keeping them on your phone. These are all cybersecurity hygiene, things to keep yourself safe. So I gave a perfect example of what password look like. Password 1, weak. This is a very weak password because I can guess it. Number 2, medium. Is still slightly more secure, but it's still vulnerable. But look at this one now, strong. I use an uppercase. I use a special 3 special character for you to guess, except if you're brute forcing this person account before you can get this kind of password, and it's even very hard for you. So the next is staying very vigilant and reporting suspicious activity. So report suspicious email. If you receive a suspicious email, report it to the, let's say like the example I gave, I receive an email allegedly from United Nations. So instead of me just keeping quiet, I can decide to reach out to United Nations themselves if I have their email, that please, oh, there is one email, this is the email, they are impersonating to be you, so that your IT team can level up their game, so that people will not fall scam and think United Nations is giving out jobs or something like that. And be very cautious of online offer. If you see anything that is too good, and trust your intuition, guys. Trust your intuition. Once something is telling you that this thing is looking like, what do we call it? Osho free, there's no need for you to click it. Let's say somebody is telling you invest 10,000 naira, I'm going to give you 10 million. Does that look like a Ponzi scheme? Obviously, but because a lot of time we let our sense of greed, our sense of we let it to overpower us. We will not think before sending that money, which is very wrong. Verify the legitimacy of the offer through their official channel. Then protect your device and educate yourself. And there are a lot of things we can talk about, but because of time, I don't want to keep us all waiting here. I don't want to keep us all waiting. I think that would be it from my end. And if you have a question, kindly just unmute yourself and let me know. Let me answer the question before the end of this section. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma. We are very grateful. Please, let's our speaker. The comment section is quite boring at this point. I want to see a lot of love from participants. Please, we appreciate our speaker. We're very grateful, Ma, for everything. Right now, before the Q&A section, we have a little something for our participants. Something small, too much, is like an icebreaker. So if you are online, please, I want to see active people online. Just raise your hands up or your emojis. Just show me nice emojis. Let me see. Yeah, there's a question from Mohammed Anas. I'm coming to that. But before that, can we have icebreakers? Something nice. Yeah, something nice. So the question goes like this. I'll also drop the question in the comment, and the first person to answer gets the prize. Something small, something little, not too much, but it's a surprise from our founder and the team to the person. So the question goes like this. From the countdown flyers we were having in the community group and our social media pages, if you follow the countdown flyers and you are also following our pages, then this is for you. What is the cybersecurity tip on the 9 days left flyer? The flyer that has the logo saying 9 days to our program, 9 days left. What was the cybersecurity tip? Now, I will need your answers, and the first person to get it goes home with a prize. So the question will be in the comment section. Do well to answer. I'll be waiting for you. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting for answers, please. I'm waiting. I've dropped the question already. Say from the countdown flyers we were sharing in the community group and our social media pages, what is the cybersecurity on the 9 days left flyer? I'm waiting for answers. There's a gift to very yummy, tempting, captivating gift that you will love, to be sincere. So please drop your answers for me. I think while that is going on, I'll move to the Q&A section for our speaker. Mohammed Anas has a question. He says, how can we protect ourselves from public Wi-Fi? Please, ma, the floor is for you. Hello, Miss Sekinah.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I would leave shortly.
Tima, did you get the question?
Sorry.
Hello.
Well, I thought you were asking the participant a question.
Yes, ma, they are yet to answer, but before they respond, you continue with the Q&A section.
All right. So I don't know. Did you ask me the question directly? I didn't get that.
Yes, ma. Yes, ma. He said, Mohammed Anas said, how do we protect ourselves from public Wi-Fi?
I stated that already. One of the easiest way, we're not saying you shouldn't use a public Wi-Fi, but then again, be mindful what you do on your device on public Wi-Fi. You can use public Wi-Fi just in a meeting like this. You can, but anything that has to do with your sensitive information, let's say you are going through, you want to do a financial transaction, or probably you want to register for an account or something, you should be mindful of what you do on your public Wi-Fi. We all use public Wi-Fi at one point or the other, especially when you change country. There are some country that actually you can't use the internet that we are using right now. You can't use it there. So you have to connect to a public Wi-Fi. Let's say, for instance, you are in another country entirely, somewhere like Switzerland, or where is this country that they don't allow this kind of connection. Let's say they will tell you, they will definitely give you a Wi-Fi to connect to, so that you'll be able to connect to internet. Because immediately you just get there, your internet connection will just go off, because Nigeria don't have the territory around it. So you will use public Wi-Fi, but be mindful what you do on public Wi-Fi. That's what is in quotes. Be very, very mindful what you do on public Wi-Fi, because of on these unknown forces that might actually be harvesting your information, and they will use it for something very, very malicious, and we don't want that to happen. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you very much, ma. Mohammed Abbas, is that okay for you? Please, if you are on the call, can you drop a chat for us to confirm that you are satisfied with the response? So based on the question I asked, I'm seeing so many answers, so many answers. I'm saying I mastered all the flyer from day 1 to 8, but can't remember seeing day 9 left. There were no flyers released for countdown day 9, but 8, 7, 6, and the rest. Wow. So I think at this point, I'll say we do have a winner. iPhone user, iPhone user, yes. Please do well to share me your number, and I will get back to you with your present, which we do well to share with our community based on our generosity. And thank you for your commitment to following the program. At this point, I would like to call on our founder. We are coming to the end of the program, and I'm very grateful for your responses. Thank you for the engagement, and we hope that tomorrow will be better than today. We are deeply sorry for technical issues that had occurred earlier on. And I hope that we had a lot to take home from our wonderful presentation by our speaker. It was quite insightful. And I do hope that we've learned how to protect ourselves from different cyber attacks, from phishing sites, and many more. Thank you very much. Hawa Abdulrahim, the floor is for you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you. So, okay, thank you so much, Vanessa. Thank you, our speaker. That was a wonderful presentation, and thank you, Vanessa, for moderating so well. I just want to say that, how should I put it? Knowledge is the first line of defense. Like I said, you cannot protect yourself from something you don't know. Ignorance is not good, and you can hear our speaker, she said a lot, like a lot. Please and please, I really hope that we didn't just join and just listen, and please and please, let's take note of all she said, all the tips she give us. Trust me, it's going to help you very well. So and wish you guys all the very best, and we are so sorry for the whole technical issue. In fact, I'm not really happy about it, but then we move. So we are sorry about that, and please do well to join our call tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last English version for the program, and next tomorrow we are going to be doing Hausa version. So thank you so much for joining the call, and I wish you guys all the very best. I wish you guys will want to learn more and join the call tomorrow and do more. Thank you so much. Bye.